G'day everyone, how are you? It's Chriso. Yesterday I scuffed up the floor, put down the sealer, primer, and did the fullies on this floor. Now I'm into to cuts. There's a lot of cuts in this job. It'll probably take me today and tomorrow, I'd say. A lot of the skirting is sort of a little bit bowed and bent, and it's not exactly straight. So some of the tiles I'll be scribing because I want to run a bead of silicone around against the skirting. See how that's a little bit bowed, but my silicone will take that up nicely. Everything that I do, I've only been doing this 35 years. You don't have to do exactly the same as me. If you have a brighter and more wonderful way of doing things, you do it. This is suggested ways of tiling. And couch potatoes that sit there and think they have a better way, well, go for it. It's for the DIY. I don't need all the flashest and fancy tools like what was suggested to me the other night in a comment. I haven't got this fancy cutter and I haven't got that fancy cutter. Well, I don't need it. I've had my gripe. Let's get into it. This is how I mark my tiles. You put it down like that. When you turn, see, it's that end. So you flip it over, mark it there, allow a little bit for your grout line and a little bit against the skirting. You want it to be slightly away from your skirting. You are allowing for movement, so you don't want to be jammed in super tight against your wall. So see that? Flip it over. There. Let's cut the sucker. If you see another way of cutting tiles or marking them and that sort of thing, and you prefer to do it that way, do it. I'll go along there, cut them, and then start here and stick them down. That's pretty cool, that one. I like it a lot. I'm only doing it this way with a small piece of tile. You can use a tape if you want to. I like to use a piece of tile as my marking rod. Okay, I need to just trim a little bit off there. I don't want it that tight. Here I've set up my cutting table. I have a fan to blow the dust out there so it doesn't go inside. Just had to take a whisker off. Oh, I like it. Beautiful. Get that glue out of the road. See how I've marked that? Then you flick it over. Mark it there, allowing it from a grout line and a 1mm to 2mm gap. Then when you turn your tile around, see that end is there. For those that are interested, this is the third job I have been to this house. This is the third. The first was a bathroom 2 years ago. The second was a large splashback. Third time over a 2-year span is this floor area. This is tile over tile. How long have these old tiles been down, Bob? These tiles are over cork. These old tiles, and they've been down for 20 years. There's actually 2 tiles in the whole floor that have a crack in them after 20 years. And people say, oh, don't tile over tile. Well, in Australia you do. If your tile is solid and it's been down for a long time, prepare it and go over the top. And the money and the expense and the dust taking this floor up would have been absolute not economical, not the thing to do. And the old saying goes, when it's not broke, don't fix it. So you don't have to take up your old tile if it's nice and solid. Allow a little bit. If you are able to take up the skirt and you're a DIY, it does make it easier. But the owners didn't want to go to that trouble of taking off the skirt and replacing it and that sort of thing. I'm able to cut in nice and neat, and the job's all hunky-dory at the end, so it's all good without going to the expense of replacing the skirting. Some jobs you need to, because it's just too low, not enough skirting, but this works out fine. Right, that's allowing for a little bit of a gap. It's allowing for movement in the floor. We're good to go. Same procedure. See that? It's allowing for my grout line and a bit of a gap against the skirting. Flip your tile over. Do the same there. Allow a little bit. Then when I turn my tile around, that's how it goes. This is the 6th in a row word of mouth job. About 35 to 40% of my work comes from word of mouth and recommendations. So if that says anything, people, all right, with this one, it's a full tile. I've got to cut out a bit. I'll come back to you shortly. Yo. This is Chris O. See that finger? Well, it's gonna poke the subscribe button. So do it and learn more. See ya.